I said before, the female reproductive system can be divided in three major parts: the external genitals, the three openings, and the internal reproductive component. Now, let us see each part of the external genitals and the role of each. The vulva. This is the outer folded skin at the entrance of the vagina. It is also called the labia majora and the labia minora, and it protects the internal organs. The clitoris. This is the female sex organ that becomes larger and firmer during sexual arousal. It is located above the urethra. We were learning the external parts of the female reproductive system. Now, let us look at the three openings. The urethra. This is the tube through which passes urine from the body. It is the opening between the clitoris and the vagina. Note that urethra is not part of the reproductive system, but the urinary system. The vagina. This is the passageway leading from the uterus to the outside of the female body. Blood from the uterus passes through the vagina during menstruation. The baby passes from the uterus through the vagina during childbirth. Note that it is not used for urination. The urethra is used for that purpose. You may hear that a girl is virgin. This means that there is a thin membrane called hymen surrounding the vaginal opening. It may not be noticeable. Anus. This is the opening at the end of the digestive tract where feces or stool leaves the body. Note that it is not part of the reproductive system, but part of the digestive system. After learning the external parts of the female reproductive system and the three openings, let us look at the internal components. The cervix. This is the bottom of the uterus that opens into the vagina. Uterus. It is a hollow, pear-shaped organ that is located in a woman's lower abdomen between the bladder and the rectum. The uterus is the home for the developing fetus. It is also called the womb. It is uterus that enlarged during pregnancy, not the stomach. During the menstruation cycle, the uterus grows a lining of blood that would nourish a growing fetus if conception and fertilization occur. This lining sheds approximately once a month if conception and fertilization do not occur. Fallopian tubes. These are narrow tubes that connect the ovaries to the uterus. The ovum travels through one of the tubes after ovulation. It is in the fallopian tubes that fertilization happens. The ovaries. These are the female ovum-producing glands. These glands contain all of the ova from birth and start releasing them once puberty starts. The bladder. This is the sac that holds the urine produced by the kidneys. As we went through all the parts of the female reproductive system and their roles, let us learn how it functions. By this, we define some key terms. The ovum. The ovum is produced in the ovaries. The ovum is a cell which, when united to a male sperm, can create a baby. An ovum is released once a month after puberty starts. Occasionally, 2 or more ova are released. The ovum travels down the fallopian tubes to reach the uterus. If the ovum is not fertilized within 48 hours, it dissolves. Menstruation. Once the ovum is released, and if fertilization does not occur, the egg dissolves and the lining is shed. This happens over and over again. This is why we call it the menstrual cycle. A cycle of 28 days is most common. However, it can vary from 20 to 40 days. For the first and second year, periods can be very irregular. I'm sure you have learned a lot on female reproductive system. The next session contains the most asked questions, and you'll have a take-home message.